did you realize how difficult times were for your mom and your family?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, I remember when we first moved, you be smoking cigars on here, don't you?
You go ahead, take off.
All right.
This just your joint. Let's go ahead.
But I remember, like, when we first moved over here, like, before we moved to the neighborhood where I went to elementary school from,
Okay.
we would move to another neighborhood on the east side. And I remember, like, my mama and her nigga, well, her man at that time,
Okay.
they used to sleep on the bottom bunk, and all of us used to sleep on the top bunk.
Okay.
We used to share, like, we shared an apartment with one of their friends, so
Okay.
it was a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
We done got evicted before. I remember we were coming home, and our stuff was outside in front of the house.
Right.
Like, growing up, like, I ain't never had my own bedroom till I was probably like 15 years old or something. Like, we all shared a room. Like, probably from like 1st grade till like 6th grade, they had a room, my mama and her man had a room, and me and all my siblings had one room.
Okay.
In a 2-bedroom apartment. Then, like, I don't know what happened, they got a little motion, and then we moved in the same apartments, but we used to call it Cross the Bridge. It's like the other side of the neighborhood.
Right.
And we had got a 3-bedroom. So
Okay.
the boys had their own room and the girls had their own room. And then I met my other big brother when I moved over there to Vars.
Right.
They stayed under us. They mama used to do the same thing.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Get the broom and bang the roof. Oh, God.
Right.
Yeah. But for sure, it was a struggle because, like, my mama couldn't get no job or no driver's license. She couldn't get food stamps. She couldn't do none of that shit.
Right.
So, you know, it's a struggle.
Right. So she's basically working any job that she can get, maybe, maybe cleaning floors, maybe in the kitchen or doing things of that nature, trying to make ends meet to put food on the table and a roof over the head for the kids.
The one job I remember her having, I don't think she never like did like no cleaning floors type shit, but the one job I remember her having was like a daycare, and they used to pay them under the table.
Right.
I remember hearing them conversations though, like being nosy, cause I ain't even supposed to know that as a child, but I remember hearing them talk about it like.
Right.
And she used to work at, all of them used to work at the daycare, her man, and then the other families that I told you who moved with us, they used to work there too. And they used to pay them under the table like cash and shit. That's the only job that I remember though.
When you came home from school one day and you saw your family belongings outside, how did that make you feel? Did the kids make fun of you? Did you realize what was going on when you saw all of your belongings on the outside?
Yeah, cause I didn't seen it happen before, and I remember like we used to steal people's shit, like cause I didn't seen other people evicted.
Right.
Seeing they stuff outside, and like all the kids, the badass kids will be in the neighborhood walking around, see some shit, start going through that shit.
Okay.
So I just remember instantly thinking like, nobody better not touch my shit. That's like the first thought. And I remember standing out there, but I remember like, I didn't really care about it that much cause they put our shit out, but we instantly moved to a bigger apartment.
Right.
So it kind of was like, it wasn't like our shit was just out there and we were trying to figure it out.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying? Like I remember us moving to a bigger apartment like instantly.
Okay.
Type shit.
So what was a typical meal in the household?
Oh, we had food.
Y'all had good food? You
Not like steak and shit though.
Ramen, hot dogs?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Like we had the regular, but not like, I don't remember no time like, where it just wasn't nothing to eat in the house.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be some bread.
Right.
We used to make like condensed milk sandwiches, like them was like our struggle meal.
Right.
Like you get the bread and the condensed milk and then you put it in like the little toaster type shit and you put it together. That shit be good as fuck. Oh God.
You eat one of them now?
Hell yeah, I will. Yeah. Oh God. But like, hot dogs and noodles. My mama used to make noodles stir fry.
Right.
With ramen noodles.
Right.
Curry chicken, jerk chicken, all that type of shit.
Did you being the oldest, did you learn how to cook? Could you cook?
For sure.
Because I'm assuming like a lot of times your mom probably was working and you had to take care of your brothers and sisters, so it was left up to you to probably cook the ramen or warm the food up so they could eat when you got home from school.
Not cook though. Like the most my mama would make me do is like unthought of food, the meat.
Okay.
like take the meat out. I used to get my ass whooped if I forget to take the meat out.
Right.
And cause she don't play about the lemon. Like, don't just sit it in the water. Put lemon juice in the water when you sit it in the water. So sometimes I take the meat out and just sit it in the water without no lemon.
Right.
I get in trouble.
Okay.
But she ain't never just make me cook. But we used to make our own little food that we wanted.
Right.
Like, so if my little brother was hungry and they wanted like a pack of noodles, I'd make them some noodles or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked a lot about your mom. What's the relationship like with your dad?
Me and my daddy in like a weird place because he got his side of how he look at it. I got my side of how I look at it. Like I kind of understand, like, okay, if your child moved to another country, it's kind of hard type shit. But from a child point of view, all I can do is go off the emotion that I felt as a child. Like, I can't tell you how I would feel about it as an adult.
Right.
Because the hurt come from when I was a child. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like me whooping you as a child and then expecting you to receive the pain as an adult. Like, hell no, I don't. I know how it felt when it happened.
Right.
I know I felt abandoned. That's how I felt.
Right.
I felt like I used to see like other kids in the neighborhood. Well, not in the neighborhood, but remember the family that I told you that moved with us? I had a friend, well, he liked my cousin, basically, Rakim. He was in the same predicament. Like, he was in another country with, his mama was with another man now, a stepdaddy, and his daddy used to come visit him all the time, buy him shit. So I used to be kind of jealous of what he had going on.
Right.
And so that's where a lot of the disappointment came from with my daddy. But my daddy was a good daddy to my siblings over there.
All right.
Like my little brother who died, my little brother got killed.
Right.
On my daddy's side.
Right.
They was best friends. You feel what I'm saying? I got twin little sisters and I got another little brother. They all love my daddy. You see what I'm saying? So I can't just say, bad daddy.
Right.
But with me, I feel like you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
The relationship that they have with him is not the relationship you have with him.
Facts. Right.
Because you said the family that moved with you, you saw his mom, even though she was in a foreign country and she ended up having another man, his dad still came over and would see him and buy him things. Yeah. And so, did you explain that to your father? Saying, look, Rakim, dad, his mom is with someone else and he found it time to come over here and see him and buy him things and spend time with him. Did you convey that to him?
Not as a child.
Not as, okay.
But like my little brother died in 2020.
Okay.
And like, that was me and my daddy first time talking in like 15, 20 years type shit.
Savage. I mean, you didn't reach out?
When at
any point in time before that 15 years was up, did you not reach out and try to have a conversation with your father?
Cause like when I turned 21, I got shot.
Okay.
And my mama came in the like while I was in the ICU, she brought the phone. Well, I don't know if I was in ICU. I don't know where I was at, but it was like fresh. It was right after I got to the hospital.
Okay.
And my best friend had just died, like in the incident. So like I just remember being like mad. I was more mad than sad. So she tried to hand me the phone. But I remember telling my daddy like, cause my mama and four of my siblings got the same daddy. I got my own daddy, and then my youngest sister got her own daddy.
Okay.
So my mama was moved out here when she came out here. The father of my four younger siblings, he came like a little later.
Okay.
And we all was together.
Okay.
So when they had broke up, how I took it was like, you ain't my daddy. I gotta figure my own life out. Like, I can't be up under your roof no more because my mama left.
Right.
So I left. So I remember communicating like to my daddy, like,
your biological father.
Yeah, like I'm in the street at this time, but I'm telling him like, I figure it out. Like, I don't expect you to just be able to just put me up in an apartment and just pay my rent every month. Like, but I'm like, can you contribute like $100 or $200? And I'm gonna figure the rest out. I'm probably like 16, 17 at this time. This like years before I got shot.
Okay.
I remember communicating to him like, can you help a little bit? Like, my mama ain't got you on child support. You don't really send no money like that. And it ain't no disrespect, like, cause he went in, like, he be taking shit like me telling my story is like trying to down him. But this is my truth. This is what I remember. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, from what I remember, he wasn't really sending no money to my mama.
Okay.
And my mama wasn't just pressing him for no money because she had a man.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? So I remember communicating that, and I remember like it not coming through. So now I gotta go extra harder in the lane that I'm in.
Right.
As a 16, 17-year-old. You feel what I'm saying? Because I gotta fend for myself down there. I gotta feed myself. Like, I'm staying with friend to friend to friend. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember feeling let down by that. On top of all the other times that I was let down when I was young and I wanted shoes or a phone or this or that, a new video game. You feel what I'm saying? So at a certain point, I remember like I got old enough to where it was like, I don't even care to talk. So that's how that buildup came of me not talking to him about them years. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So in 2020, your brother loses his life, right?
Yeah.
At that point in time, did you think about putting everything else aside and try to reestablish a relationship with the father?
I did. And we got on the phone and he started doing some things that rubbed me the wrong way.
Like
just asking me for shit, like too early. And like.
So at this point in time, you had already become what you become.
Yeah. In 2020, I'm 21 Savage.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. But I kind of like fell back, and then like, you know, like when I do interviews, these questions come up and I'm truthful. So
right.
I think that might have rubbed him the wrong way. You feel what I'm saying? Type shit.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before two something.